It says we are live. And we have a picture. So we are live with a picture.
Hello, everybody.
We just have a Bethany joining us.
Hey, Bethany.
Good morning, friend. How are you today? I assume you're going to tell everyone why you're taking this down.
Oh, so it doesn't curl.
But wasn't it on a thing before? A board?
No, it was in a pad
Okay.
that I signed, and I said, okay, I'm done with this. But I asked people if they thought I should finish it, should I add more to it, and I think a good majority said yes. So we're going to spend more time on it.
Okay.
How is everybody today?
There's just a whole lot of good mornings.
So we are going to blend these colors.
How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Preppy's back. Mark is here. Letter Lady Z is here.
Hello.
SLC Cosplay Mom's here. Coral Creates is back and says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
M. Hassan says, this is my first time here.
Welcome.
And it's Caden's first time here.
Hello.
Leon's back. Leon's getting a tattoo tomorrow.
Fun.
Let's see. Not June Draw says, hi, Scott. I love Harry Potter and Snape's my favorite. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Sergio says, good morning from Costa Rica.
Hello.
No Name says, morning from Scotland.
Hi, how are you today?
Hello from India. Using watercolors with you today.
Fun. It is Watercolor Wednesday.
Obi Mom Kenobi says, good morning. I'm okay. Trying to avoid drama with the family, so here I am.
Oh.
This is the ultimate drama-free zone. Well, I'm glad you think so. Aniro says, good morning. My posters arrived just an hour ago.
Oh, that's great.
Good.
I hope you like them.
I hope they came in okay. Madeline says, I'm so sad I missed the last one, but this is fantastic.
Oh, well, you didn't miss too much.
Colleen says, good morning. Hello from France. Hello from Egypt. Good morning from Germany.
Good morning.
We have a lot of people here today. Kim Yatsu is going to be sculpting along with you today.
Oh, fun.
Ryan says, good day all. Looks like sunshine today.
Oh, wow. You guys are getting sunshine.
That's unique for you, and we are getting storms here today. Sketch Fusion says, good morning.
Good morning.
Saroja says, hi, good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing good, thank you.
These streams are so relaxing.
Just hang out with us and make art together.
SLC Cosplay Mom says, can you explain why the tube watercolor is more difficult?
It's not. It's easier. Are you having trouble with tube watercolor?
Yeah, what exactly are you having trouble with? Jenny says, good morning. I started sharing my art more because of you. Now another parent at my kid's school asked me to teach their kids art. I don't feel qualified, LOL, but it's nice validation.
It is. And you know what? We can all teach someone something. The way I look at it is, I'm not a teacher, but I can teach you what I know. I can at least show you what I know. In other words, I'm not going to gatekeep the information. If I found something that works for me, I'll share it. And you can do the same thing.
Scott has a thing against gatekeeping. Let's see. You are helping me feel better. I'm really sick right now.
Oh, I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, how funny. Not June dresses. My blow dryer shirt came in a few days ago. I was so happy I even made a video about it.
Oh, tag me in it or
Yeah,
message
tag
me or
us
something so I
so
could
we can
see
see
it.
it. Yeah. Good. A lovely morning from Cleveland.
Good morning.
I love these streams. They're relaxing. Good morning.
Good
I'm a
morning.
bee drawing chaos. We are getting rain. It's amazing. It was burning hot. What's your favorite color?
Payne's Gray.
Scott, I was drawing with markers and I found it really hard to choose the colors. Any tips on how to improve?
Yes, there's a video. Everything I know about markers. Watch that and hopefully, well, if it's not in there, then I don't know it because the video is literally everything I know about markers.
Ryan says it's supposed to be in the highs of 28 degrees this weekend. That's Celsius, but he doesn't know what Fahrenheit is. That's summer here. That's exciting, though. We like good weather. Steph Nerd has joined. How are you, friend? It's funny reading all the good mornings while it's currently midnight in my region.
Yeah, it's funny how that works out. We love that.
We do indeed. I'm amazed by your art. I wish I could draw like you.
Oh, you totally can.
When is your next stream?
Friday.
Brazen Hearted says, hi, happy, what day is this? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday back at you. Oh, Marguerite, you're over on Instagram. We'll have to check you out. Tag us. Gatekeeping anything. Oops, chat jumped. Just ensures that it will disappear eventually. Sharing knowledge and excitement helps the things we love carry on to new people. I love that.
Yeah.
We have just known so many people who are really good at gatekeeping. And you are 100% right. Good afternoon from unusually warm Yorkshire.
Good afternoon.
I love how colorful your paintings are.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're losing a lot of the color as I'm blending it, but hopefully some of it is still in there. So
Lata says, hi Scott, how to start posting your art. Love from Nepal.
Oh, love hearing that. Yeah, you can post your art anywhere, any way that you can get to. Just do it.
We did not build a custom house. The Hobbit hole is just a room in our basement.
Yeah, there's a video on it.
There is indeed.
Our friend did it.
A very nice friend.
Yeah. All right, blow dryer.
Hold on a second. All right. Any tips on how to master skin colors? What colors to layer when and how to know what colors to use?
I discussed that in several videos. So if you're doing it with markers, there's a video on markers. If you're doing it with watercolors, there's a video of that for watercolors and gouache and colored pencils. So I would look for those videos.
Lita Bella says, first time catching your stream.
Welcome.
Kat says, good morning.
Good
Hello
morning.
from the United Kingdom.
Good morning.
What is the most important thing for an artist, irrespective of their art?
to make art. Don't let your fears and worry of what people are going to think stop you from making art.
Our Nalapan. There is a video on that. Scott actually drew an apple in Draw Everything Every Day. It's one of those videos. Let's see. I'm going to make some tea, says Coral Creates. It feels like the right thing to do. It always is the right thing to do. There are several people with animals with Harry Potter names.
That's cute.
I tried watercolor, but I can't do the glowing illusion and clouds in my painting. Any tips?
Glowing illusion with the clouds. I'm not sure if I know that.
Glowing illusion and clouds.
Okay. Well, I did a video on watercolors and clouds. There's a short. Mm-hmm. I would look for that. I'm not sure if I know about any kind of glowing illusion things.
Glow Bean is drawing a random hybrid animal.
Oh, that's fun. Well, I don't know if that really improved it much, but...
Andy, you're not late. He worked on this the other day.
Yeah.
So you're not late.
Yeah, I worked on this. I did this on Monday, and I posted a picture of it Was it yesterday?
I don't know.
I posted a picture of it, and just to see what the it's done after 90 minutes. Should I spend more time on it? And I think the consensus was to spend more time on it. They wanted me to define the hair a little bit more and whatnot. So I thought, well, let's see what happens.
Ellen's here and says good morning.
Hey, Ellen.
Hello from Washington State.
Hello.
Does your hand get hot from the blow dryer?
If I stick my hand under the blow dryer, yes. But I don't put my hands under the hot blow dryer.
Oh, you haven't been here since the 90s alphabet. Oh, you missed the whole
the guild.
Yeah, you should go back. You'd love the guild, Andy.
Yeah, there's videos. I would recommend
full
looking
videos
at those.
of Scott painting the
and
guild.
I've been doing videos now, so I would definitely go and look under my videos and see all of the stuff that I've been doing.
Yeah, check them out. Let's see. Yeah, we are expecting storms, but what are you going to do? They're going to blow through one way or another. Batten down the hatches and wait it out. Madeline says, gatekeeping is actually the worst. If something works well for me, I want to lace up all my friends too. What kind of mean person wouldn't want their friends to find success too?
You'd be surprised. But
I was just going to say that same thing. You'd be surprised.
We've known a few.
Unfortunately, too many. So, but we do the same thing. If we find something heck, if I find something on sale and I know one of my friends wants it, I'm going to put him that way. If there's a technique that Scott sees, he would, share it with people. Why not?
Yeah.
Let other people learn from it, Share books, share life. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're going to you might as well go sit in a closet in a corner all by yourself that way. I bought gouache paint. I'm about to try it for the first time. I'm so excited. That's Jasmine.
Oh, that's wonderful. I hope you have a great time.
Jamie Brown says good morning.
Good morning.
Mushroom Cat says hi.
Hey,
No Name is now on summer holiday. And my uni lecturer told me to draw everything every day, and I told him you said that too. Thought I'd share because I thought it was interesting.
That's
your vids,
fantastic.
by the way. That's great. Hopefully you will get to draw now that you're on holiday for fun, and it will be good. Are you going to continue the Draw Everything Everyday series? Phoenix would like to know.
I genuinely don't know. A lot of what I will wind up doing is dependent on how well it's received, whether it would be from all of you or from the algorithm. And so I don't know.
Social media is funny because even though you guys say that you like something, the videos don't get pushed out to people.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people will be able to see the things that Scott's doing, and that's a little disheartening. Because we don't know if we should continue to do certain things or make certain videos or whatever. And I know it's hard to get up in the morning and continue to make content every day when you don't know if you're doing the right things.
Yeah.
Mushroom Girl says, it's the last day of my holiday and I forgot to make a travel journal.
Oh, no.
You know what? It's never too late. I've done a lot of my travel journals after we've gotten home. Scott paints and writes in his after we've gotten home. If you have some, things you'd like to paint or you'd taken some nice pictures, it's never too late. Don't feel
All right,
like
blow
it
dryer.
is. Hold on. Go ahead. Dry.
I don't know if it is dry and it's just got some schmutz on it or what. Let's see.
What's your favorite Harry Potter character? Go ahead.
It's a schmutz thing. Sirius Black.
Oh, not June Draws, just re-uploaded the
Blow
video.
dry.
Okay. Shiku, he hasn't done anything on Canvas.
That's going to just annoy me.
That's my job.
Hold on.
Not June Draws, just re-uploaded the video of the blow dryer t-shirt and tagged you in it.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Blow dryer. Look at the house just still shining. That always bothers me when that happens. Blow dryer.
We're just gonna pause here for a moment.
All right, I'm just gonna leave it that way.
After a rough period, lost a family member, how did you find your way back to art?
I'm so sorry. We lost both of our dads. Mm-hmm. We lost some close friends and relatives over the last few years. We lost our dog. Mm-hmm. And I think each time I journaled about it, and that helped.
Yeah. That's a nice way to put your feelings down.
Yeah.
Journaling definitely helped me after my dad passed. What's the weirdest medium you have worked with?
Weirdest.
Mm-hmm. I didn't type it.
Well, I wouldn't call it a medium, but the weirdest surface was the 45 records.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Let's see. What's your next big project? Is there an idea brewing? Yes
and no. I mean, I I have some. I was thinking about doing the 70s and then the 2000s. And I have a couple of art pieces, like larger paintings that I was considering, but
Nothing's hitting.
nothing's really, yeah.
All right, let's blow through some of these. Coral creates dog's name is Dobby.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, Scott doesn't use canvas. Sushmita ordered the zebra brush pens and is excited to use them.
Oh, I hope you like them.
Hey, Kermito's back and was taking AP tests, so that explains why you have not been around, friend.
Kermito.
I hope, and you think you did well on them. Good for you. I'm sure you did fine. Gail's here and got her copy of the Guild poster on Monday, safe and sound. Thanks, Gail. You know how that makes me so happy.
Thank you, Gail.
And thank you for supporting us. Scott uses Winsor & Newton paints, and this is Winsor & Newton gouache from a tube.
Yes.
Which paper are you using?
This is hot press, just generic hot press watercolor paper.
Tea or coffee depends on the day, but 90% of the time it's tea, with 10% of the time being coffee, but only for me, not Scott. What's your favorite painting that you have done?
Today we'll say the Animal Crackers movie poster.
What's your favorite car aside from your own car?
The Mach 5.
Let's see. Oh, the tea of the day is the Harrods tea. I told you I'm on a binge. It's the Harrods Knightsbridge blend, and I'm obsessed. I actually just got a box a couple weeks ago. I ordered it.
That's not how that goes.
Your doodle of Jack Sparrow, was it without reference, in a doodle, sketch, and art short?
Oh, no. The only time you'll see me do anything without reference is when I do something like the Octobear or something like that. Everything else is always with reference, especially if I'm drawing the likeness of somebody.
Will you be selling this painting? I love it.
Yeah, sure. I'll put it up. And thank you.
How do you decide on background colors for portraits? That's APTA. He changes his mind 72 times.
Yeah, I changed my mind a lot. But in this case, there was a lot of green, and my son walked in. He goes, it needs more green in the skin. And so I was like, okay, I'm just making the background green now. Because he was being sarcastic, but I doubled down on it.
Like he does. Foxy the dog. There are so many videos on hair. You can go and just search for hair, and about 1 million videos will come up.
Actually, I think it's 3, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it feels like 1 million. Yes, we've only been live for about 20 minutes, so you haven't missed a lot. And Scott started this painting on Wednesday, and he's noodling today. So if you have questions, just put them in the chat, and we will get to them. What do you think is the best medium for beginners?
Pencil and paper.
Kat says, love these lives. I'm back home visiting my parents, and these lives give me a chance to create. Right now I'm painting eggplants my dad is about to make.
Oh, that's great.
That's so cute. I love that. Here's my visual. You sitting at a table in the kitchen, and dad's chopping eggplants, and you're sitting there painting. I love that. That's fantastic. I love that. Enjoy that time. That's a special time. Tomorrow is my last day of school. I can't wait to have more time to paint in the summer. Hopefully, I'll also be able to watch more of y'all's live videos.
That'll be fun.
Let's see. Nameless. Finish your homework. There are so many videos on faces that Scott's done. Atul, why don't you check those out? And then if you have a specific question,
yeah, look under videos.
Then put that in the chat. Second time here. Thanks for talking about. The chat just jumped. They were mentioning the Be Creative sketchbook. I'm a little behind in the chat because when Scott talks, then you guys keep putting in questions. So Oh, yep. Thanks for talking about the Be Creative Art Journal. Got it and got some things down on it yesterday, and I'm liking it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Lemon Plays is making a 50s and 60s alphabet and is on the letter K.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's Diaz is motivated by your tips even as a 5th grader.
Oh, that's great.
I am so excited for you. You have so much life ahead of you and you're drawing already. This is so exciting. I'm a beginner colored pencil artist. Do you have any tips?
Yes, there is a video on everything I know about colored pencils. I would look at that.
I think I know what you're going to say to this, but Scott, how do I fix my faces when I draw? I'm trying so hard to draw the face. It ruins the entire artwork.
It happens. Just keep drawing faces. Use photo reference. Don't be drawing them out of your head. You're not going to learn by drawing stuff out of your head. Use photo reference, and if you need to, trace them.
We're usually live for about 90 minutes, so we've got another hour or 60 minutes. Do you have any tips for sketching poses? Recently, I started sketching people, but the sketches don't turn out great.
Yes. Check out the 1-minute figure drawing. That will help you so much with poses. There's a playlist for that.
We watched the Hunger Games movies a long time ago. I don't really remember them, and I did not read the books. Scott does not practice drawing poses daily, but this person would like to know how you could practice drawing poses daily.
Oh, yeah, there's I would do the little 1-minute figure drawing, like what I just mentioned. There's a playlist for that. Do that, and there is on our website under resources, there is a link to photo reference. Use those and just keep sketching all of the different poses. You can also go to a coffee shop or something and just sit and sketch people. Go to a park.
What's your favorite Harry Potter book?
The Prisoner of Azkaban.
I don't think I have a favorite book. I just like them all. The last two were a little bit dark for me, but the stories were good. Obi Mom Kenobi says, I lost my dad to COVID in 2020. I was traumatized on so many levels. I'm only now starting to get back into art seriously. It's okay not to be into art, and there should never be any pressure.
Yeah. And we're sorry for your loss, too.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It's hard to lose a parent. That is a tough place to be. But honestly, whatever feels good for you guys, everybody has their own thing. Everybody's going to find their own thing. Reading, journaling, painting, sculpting, tons of different things. There's something out there for everybody, truthfully. Okay. Yeah, Andy, I don't have a favorite one of those. I like them all, but I don't have a favorite one. Oh, Valerie, I'm so glad you like it. Valerie got the free download of the Gothic Vampire and loves it.
Oh, great.
What brushes do you use?
I'll use whatever's cheapest. I like round brushes.
But for gouache, you do like the flat ones.
Well, I did flash the flat ones on Monday, but to smooth everything out, I went to the round brushes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mocha Rain. First time losing a parent. You know what? Loss is tough. Just be kind to yourself.
Let's see.
What's your Harry Potter house?
I'd like to be Hufflepuff, but every time I do it, I wind up Gryffindor.
I just like to be Gryffindor. I love to make art, but years ago, but got discouraged and stopped after losing a bunch of competitions and getting low grades in art class. But discovering your channel reignited my love for art.
Oh, well, I'm happy to hear that, but if it makes you feel any better, I never win anything either. As a professional in my 50s, I have submitted my art to so many different things and don't even get accepted to all of that stuff. It's a lot of that is the same thing happens in Hollywood. When I was trying to get animal crackers made, and people would say, well, send it into this studio and send it into that studio. They're looking for stuff. And they got turned down and got turned down and got turned down by everybody. And I wound up making the film, and it became the #1 animated film of the summer. And no one wanted it. Like for 10 years, no one wanted it. And then when it came out, everybody's like, oh, you should have brought it to us. And that, I did, but you don't have an eye for this kind of stuff. And that's the problem with so many of the people judging it are not artists. So
Not creative.
just take some comfort in knowing that their opinions, the people who judge that stuff, or the people that their opinions don't matter. Really, what matters is that, are you enjoying making art?
Yep.
That's really all that matters.
All right. We're going to blow through some of these.
Okay.
What's your favorite creation, not just painting, and both of you?
Our kids.
Really? That's not my favorite creation.
I'm going to tell the kids that.
That's okay.
Of all the things, you're not one of them.
One of our sons has two Post-its on his bed, at the end of his bed, that he keeps to this day. And one of them is from me, and it says, "Mom loves you so much, sweetie." And the other one says, "You stink or you look funny and you smell funny. Love, Dad." And that is the gist of our relationship right there. Let's see. Okay, Scott's got either he rips up the bad art or we have a corner of shame pile. You don't have to paint as good as anybody but yourself. Everybody's on their own time frame.
Yeah.
Gouache, this gouache that he's using comes in a tube, but he has used the Hemi gouache.
Yeah. And the Hemi gouache is actually really good for beginners.
Just don't eat it. Scott's favorite color to paint with is Payne's Gray or purple for shadows. Cat hair in your tea just means love. I miss dog hair in my tea and in my purse. I want to branch out, but I'm too afraid to do it. My family keeps pushing me, and I'm stressed about it. Any tips?
What are they pushing you at?
What are you branching out to? This person says, Coral Creates says, have you ever been insulted for being neurodivergent? I have ADHD and told someone I didn't remember them saying something, and they said, well, it's not my fault. You can't focus. Not sure what to do.
No.
Just off the top of my head, I have some snap things to say.
No, I mean, look, people say mean stuff all the time, you know? I don't think even that was 100% a neurodivergent dig. People who aren't neurodivergent have brain farts, you know?
I have them all the time.
Yeah. I just think that was just a mean thing to say. But I'll even say this. It wasn't even that mean. Donna says meaner stuff to me on a daily basis. I say meaner stuff to her on a daily basis. Yeah. It is
what it is.
It's not my fault that you can't focus is something that someone would say if, say, you missed their play or there was an appointment that was really important to that person and you missed it and then you were blaming it on something else. That said, if that person really cares for you, they'll understand. They'll apologize for the mean thing they said, and you'll work harder to, you know, be there for people when they need you. That's all we can do as human beings is to try to be our best.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I've not been diagnosed. It's been 2 years. I haven't been diagnosed long enough for any of my family or friends to feel comfortable enough to throw it in my face. Donna every once in a while will make a dig or two or something like that, but
I
it's
don't make a
never
dig about that.
but it's never, like so horrible. But I don't have enough experience with it. But I would also
Look, if it's something that someone really wants you to remember, they need to say to you, this is what's happening. Or if you are feeling like you're forgetting things, put it in your phone, write it on a Post-it note. Everybody forgets things. There's ways to remember things. I wasn't using reminders on my phone for a really long time. And Scott said, why aren't you using reminders on your phone? And I now have like 17 reminders for all of these things. And you work within the parameters that you have and just ignore everybody else.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, and I'm sorry that they said that, but I always see situations. I try to from multiple points of view. We get asked a lot. Like my teacher came over and they said that I can't do art this way, and I'm not being given the full story. That part of the class might be, hey, today we're only going to use pencils, or today we're going to be drawing from reference, and that was the assignment. You know what I'm saying? So I tend to not instantly agree with everybody who asks me, hey, what do you think about this? I always try to see both sides, just in the event that maybe you're not. I hope that helps, and I hope it didn't seem in any way dismissive.
Let's see. Scott, there's videos on how to draw hands.
There's a short.
I feel like if I sketch people in the park, I'm going to get kicked out.
No one's going to kick you out for sketching. It was funny. I tend to zone out. Like I'll just kind of stare off into space. And I always feel self-conscious when I'm staring off into space and somebody walks into my point of view as I'm staring off into space, and then they turn and they look at me like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I was looking there first, before you did anything. But I do that. But no one's ever like said anything, but you always just feel, I think we feel it more than it's actually true.
What kind of books do you like to read?
I really don't read books much or at all.
Does not.
But I like the Harry Potter books. I liked Sherlock Holmes and, of course, The Hobbit.
When did you start drawing?
I was like 6 or 7.
Dom, there is a link on our resources page on the website of where Scott gets his photo reference. You can check that out there.
Under resources, yeah.
All right. How do you do character design or even creature design? Are you able to do an example for your next video on how you do character or creature design?
There is a video on doing turnarounds for the Octobear. I would look at that, but I genuinely, if you were going to want to learn about character design, I would look at any creators out there who are indeed character designers. You'd learn a lot more relevant stuff from them.
The paintings that are for sale on the website are all original art. The ones that say prints are prints. Everything else is original art. Let's see. Okay, so a lot of you are asking about supplies. On the website, there are 2 lists. One is a list of supplies that Scott uses on a regular basis. The other is a list of supplies that he's tried. So you can look at either of those lists. And there's also links to the videos of what he thought of when he tried those different supplies.
See, I don't feel like this is improving much. I think I'm just moving paint around.
Are those Prismacolor pencils on the side?
Yes. Yeah, those are Prismas. I mean, these are older barrel Prismacolors from the 90s. But they are Prismacolors.
What would be your advice for a beginner artist?
Draw everything every day.
A couple of our friends are typing that exact same thing in the chat. Let's see. I can't speak. Oh, Ryan's excited for the game 1 of the second round, Canucks Oilers.
Oh, you guys have a very tough matchup.
Yeah. What do you do when someone asks you to draw them, but you want to say no in a polite way?
I would say I'm not currently taking commissions right now. That also lets them know that your time is worth money. Because then if they were expecting it for free, they'd have to go, no, I meant for free. And in which case you say, I'm not doing free art right now. If they're a friend and you don't want to hurt their feelings, then I would say, if I can, I absolutely will. Just it's going to have to be when I have some time.
Let's see. Frago says, my family and I are very lighthearted about my autism. We make jokes about it all the time. Bethany says, speaking as the ADHD representative here, memory is a struggle. I use reminders, alarms. I take notes. I work hard to remember the important things. The people that love me know that. You do work very hard at it. You do indeed. I have seen it. Coral says, thank you. That's that person's way of insulting someone. It doesn't bother me all that much. What's bothering me more is that they're doing it to my friends, and you didn't seem dismissive.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know the situation, you know the person best, but
yeah.
Obviously, if they're doing it just to hurt people, I have a policy, which is I don't hang out with people that don't in any way enrich my life. You're not obligated to keep people like that in your life. If they're mean, if they're hurtful,
move on.
Move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in real life, block them, mute them. Mm-hmm. You know,
it's not worth your mental health. It's not worth it for you to have to deal with that, or get a knot in your stomach every time you have to deal with that person, or the phone rings and you know it's that person. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Blow dryer.
Scott uses Winsor & Newton gouache, but I don't know about the Hemi stuff. How do you prevent Hemi gouache from molding?
Use it. Use it before it gets bad. You should, if your Hemi gouache is going bad, you probably haven't used it in years. And if it's bad after just a month or something, then you got sold bad Hemi gouache. Because I've had this Hemi gouache for over a year, and it's fine. It's also, the minute I'm done with it, I seal it back up. They come with a nice seal.
The lid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any fantasy novels you guys recommend? Fantasy is not really my genre.
I mean, I like, obviously, The Hobbit. I didn't like The Lord of the Rings. Mm-mm. Harry Potter, of course. Mm-hmm. Sherlock Holmes and Kareem Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's Mycroft Holmes series was good. I read a couple.
Is that fantasy
I guess it might be.
or mystery?
Yeah, I read a couple good books from Neil Gaiman. Not all of them were great, but some of them were good.
He wrote a good book on art
Yeah.
in the world, which was good. How do you make portraits look accurate?
I try my best. I don't always hit it, but it's photo reference. You're looking at photo reference.
What's Scott's favorite 70s band?
Ooh, maybe Boston. Aesthetically, I loved Kiss, but I mean, like, like we listening to Air Supply. Is great.
I can't listen to them. They make me cry.
Yeah, pencil sharpener. But probably Boston.
I was listening yesterday. We had gone over to the gym really quick, and I was on the treadmill, and you hit shuffle on your whatever playlist.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to this like really loud Pink song. It's like whatever, and I'm going for it, and all of a sudden it switches from Pink to Air Supply. That does not work on the treadmill, people. That does not work. Does not work. I was like, what the? No. There may have to be a workout playlist, like a sub list, because that was not working for me.
So I've tried adding highlights into his eyes.
Yeah, they're asking for it. Jessica says maybe a bit of highlight in the eyes.
I've tried it and it didn't look good because there isn't any in the photo reference and the light is just. But let me. I'll just do like a little pop of.
Do you like Iron Maiden?
Not particularly, no.
Me either. And Kiss, from an aesthetic perspective, no. Now, all of the hair bands, or most of the hair bands from the 80s, yeah, hello. But Kiss, no. Did anybody ever say that your art style is, quote, not correct, unquote, or bad? Because it happened to me around 5th grade, and my art teacher was really mean, and only to me. Do you have any advice?
That was just one teacher. That's just one person's opinion. There is not an artist or musician or author or anybody in the world who has not had somebody tell them that their particular art was bad, horrible. There'll never be anything. No one. No one has been so good since birth that it's just you're just experiencing what it's like to be an artist. Embrace it. Seriously, you are on the right path. If people are telling you that you are horrible, that you're bad, then you're on the right path. Because if anybody is noticing you enough to make that their whole point, then obviously your art is making them feel something. Just
Scott,
know that you're in the same position as me and every other artist in the world.
Scott, whenever I'm in public, I like to draw people's faces, but sometimes people randomly come and stare at what I do. Does this ever happen to you?
Yeah, people will come and stare. They'll want to see what I'm drawing. I just keep my head down with my headphones on, and I just keep going. You don't. I mean, you can, if they ask you a question, they can tap you on the shoulder. But honestly, you're not obligated to talk to anybody. But I don't like to be rude if someone talks to me.
Hey, One Up Girl's here. I hope you're doing better, friend.
Hey, One Up Girl.
We are sending big hugs your way and hope you are feeling a little bit better. Obi Mom Kenobi is replying to Ghoul Kid. Always remember that what other people think of you or your art is none of your business. You do your art the way that brings joy to your heart. What Obi-Mom Kenobi said right there.
Yeah.
What she said right there.
Remember what I said about art in the video, should I make art my career? Look at art like video games. If people criticize, let's just say every time I play Overwatch, I have people telling me to delete the game and I should never play again, and whatever, because kids are toxic when you lose. Everybody loves you when you win, and they're toxic when you lose. That's just you can't base your art on what other people say. And video games is very much like art. I do it because it makes me happy, not because I'm really good at it and people love it when I'm playing. So you can make art and do it because it makes you happy. You don't need other people's approval for it.
Your son would like you to be a little bit better at the video games. Okay, X Nightingale's got the Cotman watercolor kit and has everything except a sketchbook. I'm wondering what a good watercolor book would be on a budget.
Oh, my favorite is the Be Creative. That's the one I use. It's in my art supplies list.
Do you think aliens exist?
Absolutely. There's too many planets out there that could support life. I mean, billions.
Okay,
of planets.
I didn't chuckle because we've just never had that question before, so that's why I chuckled. I was like, never had this one before. Himmy has an anti-mold spray. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm. Scott has done all of the Harry Potter characters at one point or another.
Yeah, there's a video on all of the Harry, not every single one, but yeah, most of them.
Oh, Panda Box. I know exactly what he's going to say, but I'm going to read this anyway. Can you please tell me what to do when people say art is a waste of time and they demotivate me to do so? I always wanted my creativity to shine.
I would say give up art and never do it again.
Oh, stop.
Didn't think I was going to say that, did you? Okay, ask the question one more time.
You're going to be serious now? Otherwise, I'm not going to ask the question. Can you please tell me what to do when people say art is a waste of time and they demotivate me to do so? I always wanted my creativity to shine.
Oh, you know what? There's so many people whose families tell them that too. And I feel so bad for people whose families tell them that art is a waste of time. Look, maybe it is. Maybe art is a waste of time. But what's wrong with spending time doing what you love? Bless you.
That was a cough.
Oh.
I'm trying.
I mean, if something makes you happy, what do they care? Just do something for you. Make art because it makes you happy. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. You don't have to make a career of it. Mm-hmm. Just say, I don't plan on making a career of it. I just like making art. There you go. Yeah. End of story. Blow dryer.
Panda Box, you also don't have to make anybody else happy. Your art and making art isn't hurting anybody. It just makes you happy. And that's all it needs to do.
Yeah.
So, it's not like you're out there doing anything wrong. If nobody likes it, tough. Yeah. Get a sketchbook and do it anyway. It makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's it. When you did the Guild watercolor painting, did you ever draw the Tabaxi race?
I did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a video. There's a whole playlist. I would watch them. But yes, I did the Tabaxi.
And Nero says, my husband raised an eyebrow when he saw the Alliance and the Guild, but he accepted that I bought them for being alone when he was on a business trip. I will hang them up later. Aww. Presents. Self-presents are the best presents. Let's see. I cannot see the colors that well since the light is reflecting off of it. Just thought I would let you know.
Oh, is it bad?
I the, I think it's okay, but
Okay.
all the bracelets Scott got on his travels.
There's a video on that, or short. But yeah, they got them. They're just reminders of my travels.
I have tried art. I prefer journaling. Let's see. Zero Jackson. Haven't heard of those. Ryan's chiming in about the teacher and says, okay, let me say something about elementary art teachers. They are usually just teachers that have to teach art as well. No actual art teacher would tell you your art is bad.
Yeah.
For me, art comes with so much imposter syndrome. I'm curious if you ever face that too.
Every day. Every day. And I've made
time we go
so
live.
many videos about the imposter syndrome that I feel and not liking my art. That is that's a part of the human experience. You're totally fine.
Let's see. Yusra loves your videos.
Thank you.
And loves art. My art looks absolutely horrible at school compared to my art at home. Have you seen the lighting in schools? That might be part of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the time allotted for each art class. Did you face the difficulty of finishing a piece in class?
Yeah, of course I did. But, it's... I'm going to give you a little perspective. I don't show my pieces that I did in high school at my age. I don't still go, look, I made this. You grow out of that art, and you will grow out of the art that you're doing in high school. Do it for now. Mm-hmm. Enjoy it. But just know that get what you can out of high school art classes. And if you feel like you want to pursue art in college, you're going to completely forget all of that art. Mm-hmm. You're going to move on and you're going to become a better artist. But this
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's growth, right?
It's growth. So if you can't finish a piece, you can't finish a piece. You just move on. It's a temporary thing.
Yep.
Just a little perspective.
Any songs you listen to while drawing?
Mostly songs by Seal. I've been listening to a bit more of 07.
Yes, you have, because I can hear it. Thank God for earbuds. That's all I'm going to say.
Look at that.
I don't know what you're doing. You're making me want to start up my Harry Potter series again. That is Lily Potter. Do you think Bigfoot exists?
No.
Yes. Opinions on werewolves?
I love them.
I'd like to be a werewolf. I think that would be fun. As long as I could retain my faculties. I don't want to be a werewolf, turn into a werewolf, and go crazy. If I could be a werewolf, turn into a werewolf, and be like, oh, today I'm going to go do this. Sharpen my claws on a tree. That would be fun, but I don't want to go crazy.
I think it also depends on the process of turning into a werewolf. Some movies make it look very painful. And
yes, you don't like
some movies
pain.
make it look like it is, cool.
Don't you think the nose bridge is a little flat?
Yeah, it's I just keep reworking it, and so I lose some stuff. But yeah, there's that.
What told you to take art as a job instead of a more normal job?
I wasn't good at anything else. I was bad in school. Again, it was the 80s, and they did not test for autism. So I did not have the help, we'll say, that
That's offered now.
kids today, have.
Yeah.
Yeah, his nose is really weird.
That makes a big difference, I think, and the fact that people are so open about it, and I think that makes a big difference. It is harder, I think, when you get diagnosed later in life, when you've had 50 some odd years of being one way and masking and doing all of the things, and then all of a sudden the diagnosis does make sense, but it comes with its own set of challenges. What's your favorite place you've visited?
Sometimes it's Epcot. Other times it's Venice, Italy. I still like, on our honeymoon, we went to Cancun, and I love the water there, but I also got Montezuma's Revenge on the way home, so I don't
Nobody needs to know that.
I wouldn't want to go back there because of that. Yeah, we've seen some pretty cool places.
Not enough. We have a list of where we want to go. Scott, I'm a new artist. I was wondering, how do you determine the prices for your artwork? Does it depend on the time, medium, or even the amount of effort? Sorry if that doesn't make sense.
Oh, no, it totally makes sense. I think I made a short about that at one point. But yeah, what I do is there's certain factors that go into it, but one of the main ones is the time. So if something, like, I give myself like an hourly rate, like $25 or $50 an hour. And so if something takes me 3 hours, it's $150, you know, or it really just depends on how long if something's going to be a very big piece, you know, it could run thousands of dollars.
Bethany says, the imposter syndrome is real this week. I was just texting Donna last night when I was hating everything I was doing. I know I can paint, but goodness, it hasn't felt like that this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even people who make beautiful paintings, and Bethany makes beautiful paintings, go through that, you know?
Yeah.
Jenny says, I had several art teachers tell me my art is bad, failed the AP studio art test twice, never got into art school, dropped out of architecture school, but I am happier making it than not.
There you go.
And I think that sums it up right there.
You don't need a degree to make art. You don't need people's approval to make art. You don't need anything other than desire. Desire is the most important thing when it comes to art.
Kat had a similar experience in high school. I had a teacher constantly tell me I would never make it in art in front of the class.
Wow.
My parents weren't particularly supportive either. Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And right below that, it's Ryan saying, I like to challenge my students to come back later in life and tell me how much better they draw something than what I taught them. See, I really think we all need the art teachers in our lives to be Ryan. So can you clone yourself and just be an art teacher like everywhere for everybody? Because you're so supportive, and that is how art teachers should be. Do you believe that every painting you've personally made is unfinished?
No. I thought this piece was finished on Monday. You know, I was like, I'm done. I'm ready to walk away. I'm really good at being sick of my work very quickly.
He is.
I'm like, I don't want to touch this ever again. I don't want to see it on, you know. So, no, I'm not one of those people who can't stop noodling a painting. I am noodling this only because I was requested to, and I didn't have anything better to do to this morning. So, but no, I think finish it and move on. Finish it and move on. When I'm working on a piece like the Guild, I can't wait for it to be done. I can't wait. So I'm not the right person to ask for that.
Philip, draw a red panda. Leon says, my mother never got me tested for ADHD as a child. So when I got tested and medicated as an adult, I was so upset because I was like living on a hard mode for 30 years and now I'm on easy mode.
Yeah, but you can't blame your mom, of course, you know?
Well, you could, but that doesn't help anything.
Well, I don't know the situation. In my case,
Exactly.
they just didn't have that.
But this person is 30 years. And I don't know how old you are now, Leon, but when we were growing up, they didn't have the testing.
Yeah.
And maybe they didn't have it when you were growing up either. But now I know, people look for things like that. Pediatricians and doctors, they look for things, it's not to make people feel bad, but it's to help them in life, to give them the medicine, to give them things, coping mechanisms that will help them in life, and that's really what it's all about. Bianca asks, any ideas about things to put in my portfolio?
Well, it depends on the job that you're going for. Remember, a portfolio is to help art directors decide if they want to hire you. So what jobs are you going for? That's really the thing you have to think about is put yourself in the position of an art director who's, say, working for a magazine. Let's say it's a Time magazine, and they might be looking for some interior illustrations. You want to make art that would be attractive to that art director, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing as if you were going to be a character designer for TV and film. You want to have character designs that especially say you're going to go work at Disney. You want your art to have a Disney kind of flair to it. You see what I'm saying? So look to the art, to the career that you want and fill your portfolio up with.
Okay, put a pin in that. Bianca says it's for mural art department for university admission.
There you go. So I would put, obviously if you haven't had a chance to do murals, I would put your designs for murals in there.
Okay.
The best way to get a job is put yourself in the position of the person doing the hiring. Mm-hmm. What are they going to think when they see your portfolio? And you don't want to ever have to say, well, I just really liked this piece. I know this isn't. Your artwork should have to speak without you being in the room. That's what you're going for.
Love the baby Esmeralda on the desk. Letter Lady Z says, I was 38 when I was diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
Aren't you afraid of overworking it? Ibrahim says, I'm
Yes.
scared to death. For my GCSs, I sat in the exam hall doing nothing for 2 hours since I thought I would ruin it. You're so confident. I just can't.
No. I finished this piece on Monday. I posted it on Monday, I think, or Tuesday. And I just said, hey, I did this piece. Should I keep, is it finished or not? Because it was very rough. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people wanted to see more definition in the hair. They wanted to see highlights in the eyes. Mm-hmm. So I thought today I would do it. I normally would have just not, it would have just been because these are just practices for me. I don't rework or overwork a practice piece. When I'm bored with it, I walk away. I'm done. And I might throw it away, or I might just put it in the shelf. I'll put it up for sale. But these are all practice.
You might rip it in half.
So yeah, I'm not worried about overworking it because once I'm tired of it, I'll walk away. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I really want something to be just right, and I want to blend the skin tones. But I like the different colors in the skin. I like doing that kind of stuff. I think it's interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. Lily got an interview for a dream school and totally freaked out and forgot everything. So needless to say, I never got in. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Janany says ADHD and autism are still massively undiagnosed in women, trans and non-binary folks, and all people of color.
Yeah.
So that could be a factor for a lot of people too. I found out I was, I guess that's autistic and ADHD. Is that what that is? AUDHD?
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah. At age 33, I'm 36. Also, on that same vein, a lot of women are being diagnosed later in life as they get closer and closer towards menopause. For some reason, there's hormonal changes, and it just becomes more apparent, especially ADHD diagnoses. And so a lot of women get diagnosed in their 40s. So, yeah, that's a thing. Letter Lady Z says, I got tested for ADHD as a child, but I wasn't hyper enough. The diagnostics have changed past the kid who can't sit still in class.
Oh.
They really are refining a lot of things now. And I just think it's more helpful for people, honestly. If you know what you're dealing with, it's more helpful. It's sad that you had to go all those years without knowing, but it is better to know, I think. Brazen Hearted says, I found out I had ADD as an adult because females can be more likely to lack the hyperactivity. It's much less often diagnosed. It explained so much. Yeah. Bianca says, love these lives. It lets us see your art making process.
Well, thank you.
Rohid says, just grab my sketchbook. What should I draw?
Donna says.
Oh, I say a red panda every time.
Yeah.
Do you have reference for this and can you show it?
Yes. Let me pop it up on my phone here. Here you go.
It's very dark.
Yeah.
Whispering Shade says, thank you. Chat, I just learned I have imposter syndrome. I was really doubting my career choice. Yeah, it really got this worse. I'm sorry.
Blow dryer.
Hold on. Okay. Brandon says, I'm a BCBA. I don't know what that is, and says autism is massively underdiagnosed. Morissetta, I just bought my first set of gouache yesterday. It's very streaky. Is it supposed to be like that?
Gouache. Can you describe streaky? It could be that you're just adding too much water.
Scott does not clean a palette after using acrylics. Do you want to describe what you use for acrylic paint?
Oh, I use the tearaway sheets.
Tearaway palette.
Tearaway palettes, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that way I don't have to, when you're done, you just tear it and throw it away.
Mm-hmm. Or you give it to your person that you live with and they can peel the acrylic paint off of the paper. That's very satisfying. Board certified behavior analyst. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. Whispering Shade. If I can't make art, that does not mean I can't watch it. So thank you. You can make art. Just pick up a pencil.
Maybe it's that they just don't have the time.
That's true too. Steph Nerd says, Scott is not the person to ask about cleaning your supplies. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Steph, I love you so much. That is so true.
All right. I'm going to officially be done with this.
Are you sure?
I was sure on Monday, but it was a fun experiment, right?
It was. Wow, that's a tape peel. We do not play D&D.
No, I haven't played since I was in junior high. That was 1980 something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Are we going to be done for the day?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to sit on it, look at it. I might make a video about overworking your paintings. or when a painting is done. I guess we'll see. But thank you all for hanging out with us. And hopefully I'll have something new to paint on Friday.
Say hi to Jordan Smith. And then we have one last question that's a good one.
Hi, Jordan Smith.
What do you do if you don't have space for different colors in your palette?
Oh, I mean, the logical thing would be to get a bigger palette like this one, unless you have like a little travel palette or something. But I think get a larger palette is the most obvious answer for me.
All right, everybody. Have a great day, and we will see you on Friday. Do something good for yourselves today.
We love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.